Any injury updates?
No updates. Same players about it.
Gotcha. Philadelphia, obviously, extremely good form. What do they do well? What makes them so liable to score so many goals in bunches like they have been doing?
Well, I think they are very efficient in the way they attack. I think second balls for them are very important. The way they press high is very important. Playing direct at times and then picking those second balls and create chances from those quick combinations. In some ways similar to to other teams that we face that can create chaos with those three players up front, 110, 2 9s, and then a couple midfielders running from deeper areas, a lot of numbers inside the box. They do a lot of good things. Obviously, they're a good side. They're in good shape. They have a good coach. Obviously, it will be a very good challenge for us.
How do you kind of counteract those 2 9s? Is there even a possibility that y'all go to a back three similar to how y'all did against Red Bulls a few weeks ago?
Yeah, well, trying to just be solid defensively. Again, big part of who we are is being good in possession, and that's how we defend. But obviously, that can turn into certain moments where we're a bit more exposed, and we have just to manage the ball in a very good way, trying to control the tempo, control the game, and we will try to go that way. And I always feel like the best way to defend is to attack. So we'll try to attack, and we will try to also press high, and we'll try to do the things that we normally do.
Is there any point where you kind of have to discourage kind of building up through the middle at any point, because you play teams like Red Bulls and Philadelphia that are so good at pressing? Is there any kind of advice you have to give where it's like, okay, if you're in this particular scenario, you maybe don't have to hold on the ball as long, just essentially get rid of it, clear it?
Well, it depends on the situation. I think every club has different ways to press, different tactics, different formations, and different ideas, different cues. So for us, it's just trying to identify where are the advantages for us, whether it's numerical advantage, positional advantage, qualitative advantage. So we will try to identify that in every game. And obviously we have certain ideas on how we can disrupt their pressure. But also having an outlet, if we are forced to play negative or something, we will have certain outlets trying to get not to be predictable in that scenario.
Where do you typically find numerical advantages against Diamond?
Well, depends. I think number one, if you build with 3, you have numerical advantage there against 2 forwards.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that is what happens next. Who jumps on the guy that passed that line, and then that guy can create another numerical advantage to be won in certain moments. I think what they do very well is just putting the effort in. The 4 midfielders work very hard, the 2 forwards work very hard. So even though at times they have numerical disadvantages on certain pockets of the space or on the long switch, they cover a lot of ground at high intensity. So we need to be able to penetrate and disrupt their pressure, but after that we need to be very, very fast and attack those numerical advantages. Otherwise they will come back and they will make our life harder if we don't go at pace. So we need to be a little bit attract on one side, penetrate, and then try to go more direct or penetrate through the middle, and then after that, once you break the midfield's pressure, try to be more direct in the way we play.
After going back and watching the DC United game, how did you feel about the performance?
Well, I felt that we dominated big time in the game. So we would watch how many chances we had, how many chances they had. I felt like we had a good performance. I liked in the first half. We were moving the ball very well side to side. There were a couple of moments where we were just on their box, and they had a lot of numbers inside the box, and we were moving the ball very fast, creating a couple of chances. Probably we should have scored 1 or 2 goals in the first half, and that would have opened the game a bit more. Unfortunately, we went to the halftime with 0-0, and then in the first play of the game, they scored a goal from apparently a foul. So then you start to chase the game, but after that I felt that the team found also good form, good ways to attack and continue to attack, and that's what I want. So I felt it was a good performance with certain moments where we need to do better not to concede goals.
On that second goal, DC scored the cross from Durkin. How did you feel What did you feel the defense did incorrectly at that point?
Well, there are many things. Number one is not putting enough pressure on the ball. Before that, Tony Alfaro plays a long switch to the fullback, and then from there, Durkin gets the ball and not enough pressure. We need to do obviously better. I think also it's a very good cross. I mean, that type of cross was great. It was in the right pace, in the right spot. But obviously, there are many things. It's not always exactly the play where you can see the goal, or that instant is what we did three moments before that. So there are many things to correct those, and we address it. We solve the problem. We will go from there.
How have you felt about Roque Rios-Nogues's communication with his back line this year?
Good. I mean, I think having two Spanish speakers in front of him, like Urata and Alan, works well. Obviously, the kid needs to gain more confidence and more time because we cannot forget he's 20. But I think he's making a lot of strides on that side, and he's communicating well.
Profe, ¿cómo se prepara un equipo cuando tiene un partido en 3 días siguiendo una victoria y para enfrentar un rival que está actualmente en el primer lugar de la tabla del este?
Pues primero que nada es recuperar físicamente, mucho énfasis en la recuperación física, buena nutrición, buen descanso, buen entrenamiento para promover la recuperación física, y después obviamente trabajar mucho en la mente. No puedes entrenar mucho en cancha, pero puedes trabajar con video, puedes trabajar platicando ciertas jugadas, ciertos momentos, ciertas correcciones. Obviamente trabajo en cancha, que visualicen lo que va a pasar en el próximo partido. No hay mucho tiempo, entonces tienes que aprovechar lo más posible el tiempo que tienes con ellos quizás fuera de la cancha, y también a veces incluso dejarlos un poco, ¿no? Porque la carga emocional de 2 partidos muy cortos a veces es dejarlos descansar mentalmente también. Entonces escogemos en qué ruta ir dependiendo qué tipo de partidos tenemos.
¿Y cómo crees que la defensa debe de actuar contra un rival que ha anotado muchos goles esta temporada?
Atacando, teniendo la pelota. Yo creo que es la mejor manera, ¿no? Yo siempre he creído eso. Obviamente hay momentos en que hay que defender, hay momentos en que hay que ser sólidos en defensa, pero creo que la mejor manera de controlar a un rival como Filadelfia es no dándoles la pelota. Si son muy buenos con la pelota atacando, pues para qué se las damos, tratar de ganar lo más que podamos, tratar de que ellos estén defendiendo lo más que puedan, y obviamente en los momentos que tengamos que defender y controlar el partido, hacerlo de manera eficiente, que creo que en la gran mayoría lo hemos hecho. Creo que en la gran mayoría de los partidos se controla bien el juego y son jugadas muy específicas donde a lo mejor un poco de la nada nos anotan goles, pero eso es lo que hay que controlar.
The Union have obviously scored a lot lately. What makes them difficult to defend?
Yeah, a lot of things. I think their attack's very dynamic. They have a lot of good players. They've been playing together for a while now, so they have good cohesion within the group. But for us, we scout them, we look at how they play, but it's really not about them. It's about us and us going there and getting 3 points and imposing our game plan and our style on them.
How do you kind of adjust to dealing with not only 2 forwards, but dealing with the diamond as well?
Yeah, it's definitely something different. I think a lot of it's just going to be communication, organization, and discipline. I think our game plan that we have set up is a good one, and I think it can work. We just have to execute it, and we have to play to the level that we can play at, and then I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
You talked about communication. How do you feel the communication has been between the back line, between y'all and Rocco throughout the season?
Yeah, it's been good. For me, definitely working on my Spanish a little bit more. But I think I'm well versed enough in Spanish to be able to communicate. But sometimes it's not even about verbal communications. It's just about knowing each other's tendencies, communicating with their eyes and pointing at each other on where to go. I think me, Alan, and Prata in the back have been pretty good at that the last few games.
Are you going to be able to find opportunities to kind of get forward against Philadelphia? Do you kind of have to be a little more restrained in your kind of role against a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, every game is different for how I want to play, especially in my position and the freedom that Gonzo gives me. I just pick and choose my moments. I want them to also be worried about me in attack, not just, me defending what they're doing. So we'll see in the game. I'll pick my moments when I can maybe try to expose them and, maybe get a goal and an assist and help the team out.
How are you feeling physically at this point?
Yeah, I feel good. I think, my body feels good. Back to full fitness. I've got a few games under my belt, 80, 90 minutes. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
How has this first season been in Atlanta United? Is this just a small crowd today?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've really enjoyed my time here. I think the club and the coaches and the players have been fantastic to me. I think all of us would kind of agree that the season hasn't gone how we wanted it to go for various reasons, but that's not to say that we haven't given up. I think we're in a really good spot now. If we, especially on this road trip, can pick up 2 wins or a win and a draw, I think we'll be in a really good position to push for playoffs.
The rest of that schedule is really difficult. How has the morale around the team kind of been going into this last stretch?
Yeah, it's been good, honestly. I think a lot of the games that we've been playing, we've been in the game. Just for me being in the league for a couple years, anything can happen. You can get hot at any moment, and you can string 6-7 wins together, and all of a sudden we go from 11th place to 5th or 4th place, and then if we get into playoffs, I feel like we're a team that no one's going to want to play against us. So it's just about staying committed, taking care of our bodies, but also just being mentally strong in these last few weeks of the season.
How do you kind of avoid falling into the trap of Philadelphia's pressure? They're not quite Red Bulls, but they're close with their directness and their ability to press. How do you avoid essentially running yourself into bad areas?
Yeah, Philly's a tricky team. They try to, I always think Philly tries to bring out like the emotional side of the game. They try to, get in people's heads and maybe a couple fouls that are a little bit harsh and stuff. But for us, I think it's honestly staying disciplined. Just staying disciplined and being clean in our touches. If we can do that, I think we can pick them apart and get Luis and Thiago and Ronaldo, Joseph, whoever's up there in these spots to be dangerous. And I like those guys' chances one-on-one against the Philly defenders.
You kind of mentioned it, but they do try to get in your head.
Yeah.
Do y'all kind of discuss that before the game? Like, are like, okay, Jose Martinez is here. We got to be kind of cool and calm and collected when they try to get in their skin. It's happened before.
Yeah. No, I don't think it needs to be said. I think everyone kind of knows how it is. But that's just the game. I think Martinez is an unbelievable player, and that is part of his game. And you just got to be mentally disciplined not to get involved with them, and kind of. I don't want to say like expose him, but like almost flip it and kind of use that as your strength in a way. So I think we'll be all right in that game, yeah.
How have you and Caleb been able to kind of communicate and interact in y'all's roles?
Yeah, he's been, for me, he's 17 years old, and he's, started week in, week out this whole year. He's been amazing. He's still young. He's learning a lot about, just the professional game and everything, but for me, he's such a talented player that we don't really need to communicate on what we're doing. I feel like I know his tendencies pretty well, and he knows mine. And then the thing I really like about him is he listens a lot defensively when I'm trying to put him in positions to help him, not only win the ball but be in a good position for a counterattack or something. So yeah, he's been fantastic for me, and I think every game he's gotten better, and he's gonna have an unbelievable career ahead of him.
So there's a quick turnaround from Sunday to tomorrow's matchup. How do you mentally and physically, prepare yourself for that?
Yeah, I think it's just taking care of the body, resting, getting good food in us, and kind of just putting the DC game behind us. It was a good win, a good comeback win for us. But it's kind of on to the next one, and I think everyone in the building understands that. And I think we have 7 games left, and we just got to keep pushing and hopefully get win after win after win.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.